I was having a bit of an identity crisis. I'm a mum of two. I don't have any time for myself. Um, it was just, imposter syndrome, thinking that I didn't know who I was anymore, didn't think I was good enough, didn't know how to sell myself to others. Yeah, I just got a little bit lost along the way. So I think I just wanted that impartial, external boost, really, to help me get back to where I needed to be. Prior to the program, probably lots of ruminating, creating a lot of narratives in my head about who I am, where I'm going, or what the obstacles are, what's getting in the way, why I'm not good enough, or how, why I'll never make it, or, what people, making it up basically, I suppose, what people are thinking of me. And now, it's just that confidence to know that, everybody has that inner critic. And that, everybody has these issues or these worries. It's perfectly normal, but it's coming from within. And I think it is just that confidence, actually, just to know that, I can do it. And the good thing about being on the program with other people who are experiencing maybe slightly similar personal battles, but maybe different battles, but similar. It's just knowing that you're not on it on your own. I think it's just that validation, that confirmation that everybody has these issues. It's normal. And it's just getting out there, and especially during COVID, when you're at home all the time, it becomes magnified, all the little things. So it was just nice to step out of my comfort zone, speak to people once a week, realize that I've got this, everyone else is having a similar thing, and it just helped me to get it all off my chest and move on. Yeah. I think I thought about it long and hard, and eventually my milestone was creating personal boundaries. So knowing what I'm willing to accept and what I'm not willing to accept. I think there was just a lot of outside sort of external noise about, I should be doing this to get on, or I should be doing more of this in my career, or I'm too, I'm too nice, I'm too apologetic, everybody else's opinions of me and how I can use that to progress. And I'd forgotten who I was. And so, for me, the personal boundaries was realising that actually, first and foremost, I am a mum. That's my priority, getting my home life sorted. And then I think it's just putting in those boundaries, isn't it? And reminding myself who I am and who I'm not, rather than listening to everybody else, because they're my boundaries, that authenticity around me and who I am and my values, which I had just forgotten along the way because I was so busy listening to everybody else on what they think I should be doing, rather than thinking about what's right for me and going with my gut instinct. I think it's just somewhere along, I used to trust my inner voice. I had lots of confidence, I had lots of self-esteem. I don't know where I've lost that along the way, but now for me, I think it's just getting the old me back, or even better version, because obviously that old me always had that ability, I guess, that was maybe I didn't, or I obviously didn't have those boundaries in place. They were hijacked, and I think now I'm aware of it. I think it is that actually just self-awareness that I didn't have prior, and knowing that, even since the program's finished, I've had some feedback which isn't great, but I've chosen to not accept it. It is literally just flicking it away, like, well, that's great, you're entitled to your opinion, I don't agree in it. And prior to the program, I would have ruminated on that for so long, whereas now it's just, that's fine, everybody has a different opinion, but I'm not going to take that, and I move on, and it's gone. And I couldn't even give you an example now, whereas prior to the program, I probably could have given you a page full of examples where somebody is encroached in my boundaries, and I was thinking about it and I was angry about it, and now that's all gone. So I think it is just that, it's just self-awareness, I think, and knowing what you're willing to accept and what you're not. And I'd lost that. And I wasted so much time worrying about things that were just not there or not important. I'm willing now to seek out and build that network around me, and although I don't quite know what the end goal is, I've got more confidence to reach out to people. So, getting a coach, a mentor. I've started asking for people. So, for example, if somebody in work gives me feedback, I just think somebody likes to knock you down a bit. I'm willing to push back for further feedback. So I think it's just being more confident and not quite knowing where you want to be, but having that confidence to utilize all the tools and the people and techniques around you to carry on that journey. I don't have all the answers career-wise yet, but I feel much stronger in knowing that it will be okay eventually, because it is just, like I say, it's building that network. Definitely happier because I'm not spending so much time. Even when you think you're not thinking about things, subconsciously you are thinking about things. So I'm not distracted. I'm not short-tempered. I've got time to give to my family in a way that I didn't have prior to the program because all that ruminating isn't there. Because like I say, I don't have all the answers yet, but I think I'm quite happy to know that I never will. I'm just living in that moment, taking each day at a time. Yeah, not worrying about all the little things. Like I say, putting those boundaries in place. I'm going to switch off. I've switched off because I'm not worrying about what somebody said to me in a meeting 5 hours prior, or feedback I had on a document. All those sort of things. It's just a happier, much clearer headspace, so I can give that time to those around me in my personal life. Part of it put in, but I think when we had our chat pre-onboarding, it was firstly rapport, going on that gut instinct, to say rapport, relaxed, welcoming, always great when you don't have to watch your P's and Q's and you can swear when you want to, nice and down to earth. And I figured, well, that's kind of my kind of person. And so other people who will join the program I assume will always be that way. But I liked the fact that I really liked the fact that it was group sessions. I liked the fact that it was female only. I don't know. It's just got a good feel about it, and I definitely recommend any female to do it. It's just something very, I say, relaxed and natural. And I think with it being all female as well, there's some things you just don't have to say or explain. It's understood with everybody else, just gut instinct and just that initial conversation. I just knew. I didn't have to. I don't know if you remember, but you didn't have to wait for me. I gave you an answer there and then, didn't I? I was like, right, I'm just going for this. So because I felt welcomed, and there was just something, I don't know, a good buzz, a good vibe. I don't know, really. I just thought, right, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
It was just a nice, supportive. I was really nervous about joining. I instantly thought I wasn't worthy of being on it. I thought everybody else would be much more amazing than me, and that everyone would think, why the hell are you here? And it wasn't like that at all. And I say it was probably within the first 10 minutes, I thought, yeah, I'll feel at home here. Everybody's welcoming and accepting. Nobody's looking down at me or thinking that, you shouldn't be here. There was none of that. And so I just knew that, yeah, I felt homely. Just a really positive, life affirming program that you should do. If even if you think you've got it all together, you can't underestimate the benefit of, I don't know, putting yourself out there with people. It's expanding your network, putting yourself out there with other people. Mm-hmm. Just positive, self-validating, confidence boosting, and it's just a good thing to do. I think initially one of the things that the first things I said to you when we first met was that I was at a crossroads, professionally speaking, well, probably personally and professionally. Personally speaking, I'm where I want to be. Professionally, like I said before, maybe not so much. But I think, tapping into, get myself a mentor, keeping up, conversations with yourself, it's kept up that momentum of confidence boosting. And I think I've got more confidence, to expand my career goals. I was telling myself, that nobody in the private sector will want me. I will never get on in the civil service. I'm just doomed to stay where I am. I'm static. And now I know it'll be okay. I know I'm not quite where I am, where I want to be at the minute, but I also know that I've got the confidence to get what I want. Thank you so much, Jay. I really appreciated it. All the help, everything. It was fantastic. And anybody listening, go and do it.